A cross-country police pursuit ending in gunfire. What we know about the man who led law enforcement on a chase from Texas to St. Louis. Putting rivalry aside to remember a friend.
It's just been wonderful. Wonderful support from both communities.
How competing teams came together to honor the life of 15-year-old Crawford Bryant. Sharing their stories after a senseless tragedy.
And then I told my sisters, I love y'all so much. There's someone here with a gun.
Students at Appalachia High School speak out less than 24 hours after the suspect's first appearance in court.
A dry weekend continues for us in St. Louis, but do we have rain in our 7-day forecast? I'll have your answer. Today in St. Louis, Weekend Edition starts right now.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
All right, good morning, St. Louis, and happy Saturday. Right now, you're waking up to a live look out in Festus, where in just 1 hour, dozens of people will be taking to the streets to honor our nation's troops. Now, this does have a special tie to the Wentzville area, so make sure you all stick around. We'll be hearing more on that in about 20 minutes. Well, good morning. It is Saturday, September 7th. I'm Mercedes McKay. Thanks so much for waking up with us.
And I'm meteorologist Tracy Henson. Travis has the weekend off. For a good reason,
For a good reason. We'll let him off. He is getting married today in Chicago. We already sent him a video. Not that any of y'all asked, but we have been in communication with him this morning.
We've seen some of the outfits of the weekend so far.
And they're amazing.
Of course they are. It's Travis.
It's Travis. We expected it. But Sweet Tracy did check Chicago's weather, said it's dry for Travis, and it's dry here. It's a great day.
It is dry here, and it almost feels a little bit upper Midwest.
Yeah.
For us today, we're cool and crisp. Temperature-wise, we are waking up in the 50s. It is slowly but steadily starting to warm up. It's 61 degrees now. Winds are out of the north-northeast, just about 10 miles per hour. We have a low dew point as well, so conditions are very comfortable. It is definitely on the dry side. You may notice that actually. Maybe your lips are a little more chapped, or you've noticed it with your hands. Might need a little bit more lotion on these days, especially when our skin's been so used to those humid conditions out there. Mid-70s for us as we make our way into the afternoon and evening, into the mid-70s, very comfortable for us. Then we're dropping down in the upper 60s around sunset time. Sunset really has been sneaking up on us. I know you've noticed it. It's right around 7:21. Tonight will be cool. It'll be the coldest night of the week, but still far from that frost or freeze threshold, so that's good for all of our plants out there. 49 degrees, winds out of the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now coming up, I'll outline the allergy forecast, which has been a bit of a pain, and I'll go over our next chance at some rain.
All right, thanks so much, Tracy. Developing this morning, we now know the names of 2 people killed after a South St. Louis police chase ended in gunfire. Texas police say Ryan Phillips was shot and killed, and Delisha Evans was found dead after their car crashed in Afton. Yesterday afternoon, Texas authorities alerted Missouri Highway Patrol that Phillips, a wanted man, was headed to the St. Louis area. When troopers located and attempted to stop his vehicle, Phillips sped off and eventually crashed on South Rock Hill.
The crash happened, and then that's when shots were fired. Like I said, I don't know the exact nature of who shot what first. All I know is that troopers did fire shots. The 2 subjects in the vehicle are deceased, and then another firearm was recovered next to the suspect's vehicle.
Delisha Evans was reported missing earlier yesterday morning after a fire in her Texas home. We have reached out to Missouri Highway Patrol this morning, and we'll bring you the latest updates as soon as we know more. Right now, 3 boys from Columbia, Illinois are continuing to recover after a deadly crash in Monroe County. Just 12 hours ago, 2 Metro East high school football teams put their rivalry aside to honor the 4th victim who didn't make it home. Our Robert Townsend takes us to the somber event out at Columbia High School.
Long before the first throw, interception, or touchdown Friday night, the Columbia Eagles and Waterloo Bulldogs paused on purpose. The longtime high school football rivals first locked arms on the field, and then a moment of silence. Touching tributes to 15-year-old Crawford Bryant.
He was just amazing. He was a breath of fresh air.
Crawford was a wonderful young man, full of life.
Hank Harrison's nephew's life was tragically cut short over Labor Day weekend. The Columbia High School soccer player and 10th grader was killed in a high-speed crash on Hanover Road in Monroe County Sunday. 3 other students were injured.
I think everyone loved him, and I think it shows with the amount of support we have.
Columbia and Waterloo players, parents, and fans all wore orange and blue in a strong show of support, love, and unity for Crawford, his hurting family, and friends. Hundreds of people also put on their special Together as One t-shirts for this special team.
Waterloo and Columbia have a rich history of friendships and battles on the football field and on the basketball court, soccer. And it's just been wonderful. Wonderful support from both communities.
Crawford's big brother Hudson is a linebacker for Columbia's team. Tonight he hit the field for one purpose, in honor of his brother.
Crawford's inspiration in life was Hudson. He was his hero.
It's amazing. The whole community has come together.
Robert Townsend,
A wonderful child who was taken too soon.
5 on your side.
This morning, friends and family of Ferguson police officer Travis Brown are still waiting for him to wake up from a coma. 5 on your side stopped by a fundraiser last night where the Melville community came together to give back. The Melville football team and booster club created shirts to raise money for Officer Brown during their game against Northwest. Brown played football at Melville in 2005. Check this out. We found this highlight of him scoring a touchdown against Kirkwood. One of his former coaches says he was the athletic star of the school.
His smile, all the pictures you see of him smiling are what TJ is all about. My wife and I, we both saw TJ several times. He worked a lot with St. Louis County. The smile was always there, and he always said hi, always spent time to talk to us. Truly I would call a great kid, but he's not a kid.
He sure does have a contagious smile. Officer Brown suffered a brain injury last month after being tackled by a protester in Ferguson. New this morning, the CDC is recalling eggs contaminated with salmonella. Officials say eggs from Milo's poultry farm have gotten 65 people sick and put 4 in the hospital. The eggs were sold across 9 states, and that includes in Illinois. Experts note that this outbreak of salmonella has been particularly resistant to some common antibiotics. Coming up, celebrating artists in St. Louis, where you can see works from all over the country right in your backyard. Plus, taking your pup to the pool, but you'll need to know if you're taking your doggy for a dip in Maplewood. Tracy and I's favorite.
Oh yes, absolutely. And before you do that, lace up those running shoes, scan for your local race information. Temperatures today will be in the mid-70s.